Navigating transformation and clarity. Welcome to your October 2023 monthly astrology forecast. So, as the leaves change and the energy begins to shift as we head on into fall, we're in for a month of deep transformation, some insightful revelations, and some powerful shifts with the planetary movements. We're going to have a solar eclipse, a lunar eclipse that are going to emphasize themes of balance and material well-being. They're going to be urging us to release what's holding us back and embrace this transformative growth as we move forward. Mercury and the Sun are both going to be in Scorpio, encouraging us to dive deep with our emotions and our thoughts, while Venus in Virgo is going to emphasize practical expressions of love. This month is an invitation to embrace the change, to reflect on your relationships and your values, to embark on a journey of inner exploration. Be open to transformation as the universal energies are here to guide us towards greater clarity and more authenticity. To work to stay adaptable, to be open-minded as you navigate the planetary currents of October. My hope is that having this forecast available ahead of time is going to give you the areas of your life that are going to be most affected and impacted, and have this opportunity to flow and to work with the changes that are occurring in your life. Remember that eclipses, they bring such dramatic shifts, and that there's not an opportunity to go back. They eclipse people, places, and things into our life and out of our life. And so there is no opportunity to go back, and it can sometimes be jarring and confusing. So at this time, my hope is that you will see this as an opportunity, that this eclipse, the eclipses and the eclipse season, they're meant for growth. My hope is that the astrological insights that you gain will empower you to make the most of this transformative month. So stay tuned to the energies and stay in tune to them, and continue to seek alignment with your higher self. If this is your first time here, welcome. And if you're a regular follower, thank you for your support, your thumbs up, your shares, your comments. I invite all of you to join me for my lives on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I'm going to have one time a month for the new moon and another time of the month for the full moon. And in between, I'm going to be offering tarot consultations. I also encourage you to sign up for my email, where I share the latest happenings with links to find everything. And if you're ready for an in-depth reading of your chart, you can schedule a personalized astrological reading at my website, willowgracemystic.com. So welcome. I'm your astrologer, Patricia Tate, and this is your October forecast. Aquarius Sun and Aquarius Rising. I want to draw your attention to two areas of your chart that are going to be a major focus for you. You have your ninth house, which has your south node, the Sun, and Mars in it, of travel, foreign people, places, things, collaborations, taking classes and workshops, becoming a teacher, and your north node in the sign of Aries. Now, this part of your life is your communication, the direction in which you're supposed to be going, and it's closer to home. So knowing this, everything that's going to transpire over the next month is going to be leading up to the events that are going to culminate in those two areas of your life. So let's take a look. The first thing that I want to bring your attention to is Venus entering Virgo on the 8th. So what do we got? 8th, 9th. Okay, so Venus in Virgo. Venus is what you love, who you love. It's your money, it's your cash, it's your property. It is beauty, aesthetics. And so the 8th house is shared resources. It's the things that you have with other people. And so this month, beginning with Venus and the planet of love in harmony, because Venus is going direct. So Venus is bringing people, places, and things together at this point. And it's in the pragmatic sign of Virgo. So this is about making lists and being detail oriented and signing on the dotted line. So expect your relationships and your aesthetics to take on this practical tone with contracts that you have with other people. It's going to be a time that you're going to show your love through these acts of service of, here, let me help you with that. Let me do that for you. Appreciating the beauty of simplicity. Now, I'm encouraging you to focus on your own self-care and pay attention to details and everything that has matters of the heart. Remember that the 8th house are contracts that you share with others. It's alimony, child support, it's wills, it's winning money, or it's money that just literally comes to you. All right, so then next on the 14th, we have this solar eclipse, new moon in the sign of Libra. Again, notice your Libra section of your chart in that we have Venus, the sun, the moon, and the south node. Now, all of this energy is really spotlighting this area of your life to initiate change. This month is going to be potent with this new moon energy. New moons are clean slates, time to start new, brand new beginnings. This is about a fresh start in partnerships and in balance with your life. It's about an opportunity to leave behind like old relationship dynamics in order for you to create these harmonious connections with people that you have met from far and wide, to set your intentions for equitable collaborations and seek this inner equilibrium. Remember that the 9th house is also the house of publishing, and it's the house where you connect with other people to either study for spirituality. It's the house where you're a student, but you can also become the teacher of. Now, the reason this is really potent solar eclipse is because this is the first one to occur in the sign of Libra since the year 2016. So think back to what was going on in your life at that time period. So now things have grown, changed, evolved, and it's going to be a supercharged 6-month window that's going to refresh and rewire these relationships that you have, these connections that you have with people. And this could be through the internet. They could be through classes or workshops or teachers and students, or again, like studying religion or spirituality. I encourage you to think about, can some part of the work that you do benefit from collaborating or with someone who complements your skill set? Meaning, can you connect with people from far away that you have something in common that you can collaborate with that would make something better? With the moon and Mercury, this is a perfect opportunity to write down what are the qualities and the capabilities of the person that you would like to attract in your life. And I'm encouraging you to write down what you want for yourself. What do you want to evolve and change into? Now, the moon is opposing Chiron. So we have the moon and we have Chiron. Chiron is the wounded healer. It is right next to your north node, the direction in which you're going. So with Chiron, this is going to be an opportunity for you to use caution with taking care of people that can take care of themselves, giving to people who can get it themselves, because I've explained it before that this is a form of enabling. May make you feel good because you're helping and supporting, but if somebody can do something for themselves, you are enabling them. And so be cautious about the people that you draw in at this eclipse time, that you're not enabling and supporting others that can do for themselves, and that you're not drawing in people that want to take from you. Now, the lunar nodes, the north and the south, they point to areas of life where you need to find this new direction. And sometimes it's a rebalancing of priorities in your life. And so the nodes are now moving into the sign of identity, Aries, at the bottom of your chart, and you're going to be finding your own unique voice. And this is about your motivations, you setting the boundaries, you fighting for your individual personal goals, and you and your social networks. With the South Node in Libra, that is up at the top of your chart in your 9th house. This is about long partnerships or alliances that you've had, places that you used to go to all the time, things that you used to do a lot that were not close to home. And so some of those things are going to be coming to an end. This could be you graduating from a class, graduating from maybe a study. Maybe you're finally getting that book published. This is like, there's an ending to this. It's going to be, whenever the eclipses happen, they are hard and fast. They eclipse people, places, and things into your life and quickly out of your life. And so This is you finding boundaries, fighting for your individual goals, and looking to find and restructure. I want to talk about Uranus here. Uranus in your fourth house of home is saying, I need to restructure this area of my life. Uranus is think outside the box. Let's get creative. It's unique, it's genius. And so because of Uranus's location, this eclipse is inviting you to restructure your relationships, your home, so you can find more equality, more inclusiveness, more respect for other people's differences and your own. And what does that look like from the outside looking in? All right, so let's move on to Mercury and Scorpio. On October 22nd, we're going to have Mercury, the planet of communication, travel, thoughts, ideas. It's how we speak. It's literally how we communicate. It moves into the sign of Scorpio. It's at the top of your chart with your career, your job, your legacy, how people learn and know and see you in the outside world. So you have Mars there, and now we're going to have Mercury. Mercury is thinking and within Scorpio, it's asking those probing conversations, questions of the people that you work with, or that people will see, or that they may ask of you, and it'll be in the public. You diving into the depths of your thoughts and the way that you communicate with authenticity. Uncovering hidden truths, getting to the bottom of some things, possibly some secrets that have to do with your career, or using your status as an opportunity to dive into some things. I'm encouraging you to be cautious of any power struggles that you may have in discussions at this time, because on the very next day, we have the sun also entering the sign of Scorpio. So now we have the sun, Mercury, Mars. And as the sun enters the transformative waters of Scorpio, the energy is now going to intensify. This is going to be a period of personal growth, of rebirth, of shedding away old layers. Scorpio is birth, death, rebirth, and transformation. And so I'm thinking of this as like a snake. And as a snake, you are growing, changing, evolving, and owning who you are. And it's shedding off the old skin to acknowledge that this is who I am, and this is what I'm capable of, and this is what I want to do. So shed off the old layers and use this as an opportunity to let go. And if this is old layers that have to do with your work, your career, your legacy, and focusing on your inner desires and your inner passions, not being afraid to speak your words, to speak your mind, using caution with it because you don't want to be like aggressive with it, but standing in your own, that no means no. As we move on to the 28th, we have this lunar eclipse in the sign of Taurus. So this month with the lunar eclipse, it's in stable, reliable, safe, secure Taurus with Jupiter, conjunct Jupiter, with the North Node in Aries right next door in your third house. So we have your home being highlighted, and we have things that are close to your home being highlighted. This story is all pulling together to create an ending of one area with a new beginning of another. And so the eclipse is going to illuminate your values, your finances, your material security, something that has to do with your home, your property, your real estate. You're going to be assessing your relationship with your money, your possessions, your self-worth. And this is an opportunity for you to release these attachments. This could be releasing attachments that have to do with family traditions or things that have been passed down from one generation to another, and just say, this is an outdated belief. We're not going to do this anymore. I don't feel the need to do this anymore, or it ends here. And so this is embracing more of a grounded sense of abundance for you. This is going to be the third and final lunar eclipse in the sign of Taurus, and this represents your money, your security, your hard work. And in this series, I want you to think back to November 19th, 2021, because that's when this eclipse occurred in the Taurus-Scorpio axis of your life with your career and your home, and it radically revamped the economy for everybody. But for you, it was your personal financial habits, your home, your career. It revamped those two areas of your life tremendously. And so now you should be in a space of, I'm stable, I have the resources that'll cover the basics of what I need, and I can personally enjoy the Taurus things in my life. I can, like things that are grounded and sensible and stable. That time period let you know what was truly important in your life. And so it eclipsed serious personal people, places, and things in and out of your life with your career and your home. Now, I want to draw attention to Taurus, the Taurus sector, because this is conjunct Jupiter is opposite of Mars. So it's going the wrong way. There we go. And so that means that you're going to be revisiting your approach to your resources. You're going to have to take ownership and take charge of your financial future. This has to do abundance of home, but what do I have to do in order to make this happen? This is going to be a major release. It's going to be a complete ending. So now that you're able to focus on, okay, my career is stable, my home is stable, I have to face these things that I'm personally responsible for it. How am I going to make that happen? And now, because of that Aries, you're now going to be able to focus on the Mars in your 10th house. You're now going to be able to focus on the Aries, Mars and Aries, the rulership of the North Node, to focus on this area of your life for new partnership, new boundaries, new contracts, legal matters, everything that has to do with what you want to do close to home. And how are you going to learn close to home? How are you going to study? Like, how are you going to, like, this new neighborhood if you moved, and this new work with what you've studied, and with how do I make these short trips? How do I make them enjoyable? What can I do to enjoy that and still learn? If I want to take this class, I'm going to have to study online. If I want to study with this, I have to do it. It's about doing things that are going to be closer to your home and less of the travel that's far away. All right, Aquarius, I hope that you found this video resource to be very helpful for you in guiding you on your transformation of your life over the month of October. I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments section below.